Welcome children, this is a science lesson for 4th standard. Let's go on to page 193. Continuation of the lesson, Teeth and Microbes, page 193, Care of Teeth. Now there you see 5 pictures and this is showing you the correct way of brushing your teeth. How you need to brush your teeth, the correct ways of brushing teeth. There are 5 pictures and I am sure that you will try to follow what is shown here in the textbook when you brush your teeth. Page 193, Care of Teeth. Proper care of teeth is very important. If we do not take care of our teeth, they will decay and fall off. And if you don't brush your teeth before a meal or after a meal, especially after a meal at night, surely germs are going to be there and it will give rise to cavity and you will have pain and then your tooth has to be extracted. We can prevent tooth decay by following certain rules and habits. Brush your teeth twice daily, once in the morning and once before going to bed. Use up and down movements to brush. So always remember, before going to sleep at night you need to brush your teeth and using up and down movements. Next, clean your tongue too, because the tongue also has a surface which will have food particles, remnants of food particles, and that could give rise to a lot of bacterial growth. Next one, rinse your mouth thoroughly after every meal. That means you have to take water in your mouth and sort of gargle and then spit it out so that all the particles that are stuck in between the teeth and the gums will come out. Use dental floss to clean between the teeth. Now there are spaces in the teeth between each teeth where your toothbrush is not able to clean, and for that purpose you need to use a dental floss. Dental floss is available in the market and you need to take it and use it. They will tell you the way how to use it to clean the space in between the teeth. Eat foods rich in calcium such as milk and milk products, because calcium is very essential for the healthy growth of teeth and bones. So you need to have a food that is rich in calcium. Next one, eating hard fruits exercises the gums. When you eat fruits that are hard, like you bite into an apple or you eat dates or nuts, it makes your gums hard. Do not eat too much of sweets and chocolates. Now, too much of sweets and chocolates are harmful for the teeth because it helps the growth of bacteria and also give rise to tooth decay. Visit a dentist regularly for checkups. So at least twice a year or at least once a year you need to go to the dentist to check up your teeth and let you know if there's something wrong or if everything is okay. Next one, microbes. Now microbes are very small organisms that you can hardly see. It is present everywhere, but you can see them only under a microscope. And many microbes are useful. At the same time, many microbes are harmful for us. Like in the bread industry, where bakers bake bread, they use yeast. Now, yeast is a microbe that is used to make the bread soft. Even in your house, when your mother is making a cake or making appams or things like that, they use a little bit of yeast, and yeast helps to make that appam or bread or cake, whatever it is, very soft. Microbes are very small living things that cannot be seen through the naked eye. They can be seen through an instrument called the microscope. Microbes can be useful or harmful. Harmful microbes are called germs. Microbes are of 4 types. So these microbes are found in 4 different types. They are virus. Now here you have the coronavirus. So that is a microbe, very tiny organism that you cannot see with the naked eye. You have to use a microscope for viewing that virus. Then bacteria, fungi and protozoa. Protozoa is one-celled organisms. Given in the table on the next page are the 4 types of microbes and the diseases caused by them. As I told you, some microbes are useful and some are harmful. So here you have the table on page 194 that gives you the list of harmful microbes and the diseases caused by them. Now microbes are of 4 types, as I told you: viruses, bacteria, fungi and protozoa. Now virus, most important one that you all know today is the coronavirus or the COVID-19. Viruses cause common cold, influenza and polio. Polio is also caused by a virus. Bacteria. Bacteria cause typhoid, tuberculosis, also known as TB, that is a respiratory disorder, and cholera. Cholera is usually transmitted by drinking dirty water and eating dirty food or unhygienic food. Fungi, ringworm infection, athlete's foot. Protozoa causes malaria and dysentery. Malaria, the bite of the mosquito that carries the protozoan in its blood, will help us to get malaria from the bite of the mosquito. The mosquito is the transmitter of the disease, and dysentery is also by a protozoan called Escherichia coli, that you don't have to need to know the name, but these two diseases are carried by protozoans. You see the picture of viruses there, and I hope you will remember the picture that is always seen on TV or in newspapers today, showing you the coronavirus is somewhat similar to the picture shown in the textbook under in viruses. Then bacteria, fungi and protozoa. Now coming to the useful microbes. As I told you, some microbes are very useful for us. Some microbes are useful to us. Bacteria turn milk into curd and cheese. Now milk becomes curd. It is the presence of one bacteria inside that milk that makes it into the curd or cheese. Some bacteria live in our stomach and help in the digestion of food. Now in our stomach, all of us have some bacteria which aid in digestion. If these bacteria are not present in our body, digestion will be a very slow process, and sometimes it may result in our falling sick. So we have healthy bacteria which is required for digestion living in our digestive system. Then yeast is a fungus which is used to make bread and cake soft. As I told you, at home also your mother will be using yeast to make the appams or the bread or the you can say puris or chapatis or whatever it is, soft. So yeast is also a microbe, but that is useful for us. We eat mushrooms, which are a type of fungus. Mushrooms are very tasty to eat, but remember, it is not a plant, it is a fungus. Many medicines are made from fungi. So fungi also help in the medical industry because we make a lot of medicines from the fungi. Now coming to the exercises on page 195. Fill in the blanks. 1. There are 4 incisors in each jaw. Second, below the enamel lies the dentine, D-E-N-T-I-N-E. 3. Harmful microbes are called germs, G-E-R-M-S. 4. Yeast is a microbe used to make breads soft, Y-E-A-S-T. 5. Mushrooms is a type of fungus, F-U-N-G-U-S. Next one. Write T for the true statements and F for the false statements. 1. Canines are broad and flat. No, it's false. Canines are, you can say, sharp and pointed. 2. The pulp of a tooth has blood vessels. It is true. 3. Eating calcium-rich food is good for our teeth. It's true. 4. Bacteria cause polio. False. It is caused by virus. 5th one. Protozoa are microbes. That is true. Now next one, answer the following questions. Name the different types of permanent teeth. So the different types of permanent teeth are incisors, canines, premolars and molars. Now the incisors are used to cut and bite the food. The canines are for tearing the food. The premolars to crack the food and chewing the food. And the molars to crush and grind the food. Somewhat similar is the function of the molars and the premolars because both of them help to make the food that we eat into a sort of mushy paste. Next one. 2. Name the types of microbes and the disease caused by each of them. So the first one, microbe, is that one causes common cold, influenza, or you can happily say coronavirus. Second one, bacteria causes typhoid or tuberculosis. Fungi ringworm infection, and protozoa, malaria and dysentery. Next page please. How are microbes useful to us? Now as I told you, microbes, yeast is a microbe that is used for making bread and cake soft. Then some bacteria is present in our stomach that helps in digestion. Then another type of bacteria helps in to curdle the milk and also in the making a cheese. And then we eat mushrooms, which is a type of fungus. Fungus means under microbes. And many medicines are also made from different types of fungi. So these are the different ways how microbes are useful to us. The last one is to draw a well-labeled diagram of a tooth. Next one, life skills. Name the type of microbe that spreads malaria. Now malaria, what can you do in your home and locality to prevent malaria? Malaria is spread by protozoan. I told you the carrier is a mosquito. Now this mosquito, if it has this malarial protozoan body inside, or this inside it, when it bites a person, it transmits into this protozoan into the bloodstream of that particular person, and that person gets malaria. And if another mosquito that is not infected with malaria bites this person who is infected with malaria, that mosquito becomes a carrier of the disease. So mosquitoes are the carriers of this malarial disease, also malaria. What can you do in your home and locality to prevent malaria? Now to prevent malaria, we should see that in our garden or in open spaces, water should not be collected in open pans or vessels or unused buckets or flower pots. Water should not be there anywhere around, because water is the main place where these mosquitoes lay their eggs, and eggs hatch into larvae and then develop into mosquitoes, and mosquitoes are the carriers of malaria. So that is one thing. Second, if possible, we should try to put net on our windows and doors, or at least windows, so that it does not allow the mosquitoes to come inside. And next, we should see that our area around the house is very clean and no garbage is there. If there at all there is any collection of garbage or dry leaves, what we should do is we should try to burn them, so that this smoke will not allow the mosquitoes to come there. It keeps away the mosquitoes. Then another way to prevent the mosquitoes inside your house is by lighting the mosquito coils. But you should not keep it under your bed so that you don't inhale the smoke. It should be kept a little distance away from your beds or from the area where people are staying, because that smoke is not to be inhaled by humans. Studies say that smoke is a bit dangerous for our health. Next one, values for life. Polio is a disease which generally affects small children. Bobby's mother insisted that their gardener take his 3-year-old daughter to the Pulse Polio program. Do you think Bobby's mother is correct? Name the microbe that causes polio. So Bobby's mother was correct, because if the child is not given the polio vaccine, that child may get polio. So Bobby's mother was correct in giving the gardener the correct advice to take his daughter to the medical center and get her vaccinated for polio. Now polio is caused by a virus. Polio is caused by a virus. Now with this I come to the end of the lesson. Please copy down the answers to A, B and C in your notebook and send to the school WhatsApp number. And I want you to draw the parts of a tooth. If you have done it in the previous class, it is okay, and those who have not done it in the previous class, if I have given for homework, please take it that you have to do it this time. A label diagram of parts of a tooth as shown in the textbook on page 192. If I have given the homework in the previous class and many of you have not done it, please take it this time at least seriously to do the drawing of a tooth, a label drawing of a parts of the tooth. Thank you.